They keep coming. Hello there.
Howdy. Hello. How are you?
We're good. How are you doing?
Good. Good.
Oh, we get to sign in.
Yeah.
How's the summer been?
You know, it's been busy.
Well, that's good, I guess.
It's coming to an end. It's a bit hot.
Hello, Glenn.
Hello, Roland. How are you?
Got people coming on?
I don't hear you.
Okay. Let me see.
How you doing?
It's been a while since I've been joining these meetings.
Yeah, it's been a while for sure.
Oh, yeah.
You want to sign in?
Well, everything checked okay. Can you hear me now?
Okay.
How about now?
Why don't we have a projector?
So it still looks like it's lit up there. Like there's still a light on, it's just blue. Very low. Yeah, 'cause you got something over on that left side.
Yep. Okay, so
Did you get it figured out?
Well, I have a power cable on the way. Yeah.
Makes a little difference if you only have 3 volts on a 12-volt item, huh?
Yeah. It's really not going to do any damage or do anything.
Nope.
Can you hear
okay,
me?
so
That would be nice when it does work, though.
Yeah.
But for sure, once I get a power cord that works, I'm probably going to go thicker
Yeah.
wire with how big that amplifier is.
Mm-hmm.
Roland, can you hear me?
I could double check something.
I do not have any meters with me.
Okay.
okay, so we got 2 problems. Let's see. Rona, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
No, I can't hear you. Okay.
Can't hear me either, Rona.
I can hear you guys.
Bad ground, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I can hear everybody, but apparently Roland
I
can't
don't
hear
hear
us.
Glenn. I don't hear Vince. So what do we got going on?
I remember when I just put the volt meter plug directly on the power wire when it wasn't connected to anything, and then onto the bolt where the black wire is. It got 13.
You got something in the body itself, rusting out between the joints.
Yeah.
Causing some capacitance, so.
Because
There's a voltage there too.
because when I put the negative from the meter on directly onto the bolt on the body, I got like 13 out of it, almost with the car off. So.
Yep.
Can you hear me yet, Roland?
Okay.
Start at 7.
Yeah, we're supposed to start at 7, but I'm having all kinds of issues.
I think he's having some issues there. He can't hear any of them.
Yeah. Everybody on the conference call, we've got Rona and Vince and Glenn Murray currently. They can hear each other, they can hear me, but I can't hear them. So for some reason, it doesn't think I have a doesn't think I have a speaker. Okay,
They weren't labeled, but you just had.
well, this is not clever.
That's not what I thought.
Hello, I'm here.
Can you hear us yet, Roland?
Okay, now I can hear you. All right, that part. Let's see if we could get the projector to work.
It's 7 o'clock.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is 7 o'clock.
Are you sure it's 7 o'clock? Well, the voice just said it is, and it came from,
Yeah.
you know, not from the speaker, so it's gotta be the real thing.
Okay.
We got a camera that people can see.
We don't have a camera that people can see you unless you come and sit down.
Yeah, I'll come sit over there then, because we've got a small crowd here. All right.
Hello, Roland.
You guys don't mind, do you? Okay.
Hello there, Roger.
The heck is all that scruff on your face?
Oh, I'm not sure. I must not have washed it this morning.
All right, well, welcome everybody to our club meeting. We do have a small contingency here at the EOC, so glad to see everybody here on the video. We'll dispense with the Pledge of Allegiance for tonight since we have so many people on video. Do we have a treasurer's report out there? Mert, are you available?
Tell him I'm trying to.
She's trying to get on. Just a minute.
Okay. Then we'll move on to the minutes. Rona, are you there?
Yeah, I am. Just a second.
Okay.
Okay, so I have one thing to ask. Whenever we have the motion and second, would you please say who it is that is motioning so I'll be able to understand for sure who it all, so I can keep track of it. So for the minutes for June, the minutes for the West Desert Amateur Radio Club June meeting. Meeting was held on June 3rd at 2020. The meeting started at 7 o'clock over Zoom. Meeting started with Robert Andrews welcoming the group. Minutes were read by Rona Boutwell. Motion to accept was Glenn Murray and seconded by Roger Redmond. Minutes accepted by the club. No treasury report was available. Mert Russo provided an update of the Stansbury Pavilion that was to be reserved for August 8th for the summer picnic. Hats and stickers should be available the next week. Roland Smith presented his information. There was a Black Creek repeater, maybe having some issues. It's not connecting with the repeater. To access the repeater, we have to use a helicopter. The field day is June 27th and 28th. We are planning to go to Grantsville Reservoir. We are needing to purchase some guy wires and tent stakes for the antennas. Motion to allow the purchase was made by Glenn Murray, seconded by Roger Redmond, and motion was accepted by the club. Brent Marshall, Mayor of Grantsville, made a proclamation of the ham radio emergency communication day for the city. We are needing to have people to assist working on the trailer at Norm Burrison's house to work, I gotta change that one a little bit, to work on the trailer on June 4th, 2020. No update on the mesh network for this meeting. Meeting was motioned to adjourn by Glenn Murray, seconded by Norm Burrison, accepted by the club. Meeting was ended at 8 p.m.
Thank you, Rhonda. Do we have any additions, subtractions, or other modifications to the minutes? If not, we'll take a motion to accept.
This is Glenn also, move we accept the minutes.
Who is that?
Glenn Murray.
Glenn? Okay, do we have a second?
I second it, Roger.
Okay, thank you, Roger. All in favor?
Aye.
Hey,
Any opposed? All right, thank you. Has Mert made it on yet?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay, so the balance for today's day, which is 9/2/2020, is $525.21. We had $187 in August that was from testing. That was a increase of money there. And then we've written 2 checks that totaled $204.58 this month. One was for the testing to get them signed up for the Roland, help me out, for the, I don't know, to get them registered. There we go. To get them registered with the FCC. The other check was written to Norm for upgrades on the trailer. So some maintenance on the trailer. We have about $300 plus that we have in caps and stickers. So hats and stickers. So if anybody wants a hat or a sticker, let me know. Other than that, that's the balance forward, and back to you.
Any additions or any additional financial business we need to conduct?
Does anybody need a check down there at the EOC? If they do, I can run down and bring them.
I'm good.
I'm good.
I think we're both
Okay.
good, so.
If anybody wants a hat or a sticker down at the EOC, I can run down as well.
Anybody want a hat or stickers? Club stickers? I'm hearing silence, so I would assume not.
Well, I don't have them to show. I should have.
How do we get a hat if we're not at the EOC?
Great question. I can deliver it to your home and leave it on your doorstep. They're $17. Or I can meet up with you somewhere, whatever you want to do.
Well, I teach school in Tooele. I can always drop by the EOC or whatever, but I'd love a hat.
Okay. Let me know when you want to hook up or not. We'll meet up. So, I will, just so you know, I work the next 2 days till 5 p.m. So anytime after 5 I can, and then this weekend, obviously, pretty much anytime. I'm not doing anything. So you let me know and
I will.
send me a message.
Yep.
Okay, we'll take a motion to accept the treasurer's report.
This is Glenn also, move again.
Thanks, Glenn. Do we have a second?
this is Roger. I second it.
Okay, we have a couple of seconds, so we're good. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Sounds good. Thanks, Mert. Appreciate your time and effort with that. Got some other club business we need to do. Clint, I'm glad to see you on there. Got a question. How is the mesh committee working?
Well, coronavirus put a halt to the match for a little while. I had ordered a bunch of parts. I had worked with Thomas Carlisle to get a list of things that I needed to mount all the equipment on top of our roof and get everything ready in the new ham shack in my classroom. But as soon as we all left in March for coronavirus, everything kind of stopped, and we weren't allowed in the building for a while. Some parts trickled in. Eventually, I think we got it all. I think the last of the supplies got to me the last week of August. So I should have everything we need to complete our node there at the CLC. We would just need to decide when, well, first I need to get the lines fed, and the building maintenance has to do that. But once those are fed, we just need to decide when we'd like to get a bunch of it over there and get it set up.
Okay. Do you need any of the shielded Cat 5?
Couldn't hurt. I'm trying to think if I've got that. I've got, you know what? I may need some.
I still have a couple boxes at my house. So
okay.
This
All
is
right.
the stuff that was donated to me by Ubiquity.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's available. We need to use it. Let's get it out there. Let's get our nodes up, get it started.
So maybe what I'll do, Robert, is I'll schedule the lines being run, and then once we get that done, then I'll come back to you guys and let's schedule a time to get that up and running. I'm excited.
What frequency will you be on? You're going to be in the 5 gig?
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. All right. Thank you. Other thing we have that's coming up is we need a nominating committee for our elections coming up in December. We need to have the candidates presented at the November meeting, so we wanted to get started on that now. See if we can get some people to help us find some people to run it for office. Do we have any volunteers out there that would be willing to do it? And I hear sounds of silence.
Could you come back again with what we'd be doing?
Well, you're going to try and find people in the club who'd be willing to take positions as officers in the club.
I'm willing to take a position in the club. I don't know what yet, but I'd like to take part.
Okay. Well, Casey, we'll put you on the list, and we'll see if we can get some other people to help you out with that, because we're going to need a new president. And I think we have a secretary that would like to have some time off. Is that true, Rona?
It would be nice. It would be nice. I mean, I do have one question though for Clint whenever you get a chance.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Somebody else have a comment there?
If I'm getting through.
There we go.
Hey, this is Blake, KF6ELU out in Wendover. Good evening, all.
Yes.
If I wasn't so far away, I'd do a whole lot more with you all.
Well, understand, but you know, you can actually help us work with this committee too for trying to find some people to run for office. And I think we really need to add somebody out in the Wendover area, because we really would like your input on what we're doing here and the activities. Yes, I'd totally like to be involved. Like I might have mentioned with, I think it was Roland. That's you, right? Sorry. Roland's right here next to me.
Okay, first time seeing y'all. Yeah, I was big time involved in California with Aries and Races and EOS, all that
EOC,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, what I can help or be for you out here, I'd be honored and privileged to be able to do it. Just whatever, let me know.
Okay. Yeah, like I say, we'd like to get more input from the folks out there, because we do have a growing group out there, and we want to be inclusive. We want to make sure we have activities for everybody.
Oh yeah, definitely. Just
unfortunately,
let me know.
Unfortunately, COVID kind of killed our plans for the summer. We ended up having to move our field day, and we ended up having to cancel our barbecue. And
oh yeah, I've been looking at all that stuff on the website, and it's like, man, nothing like put a stifle on everything, huh?
Oh yeah. Well, Zoom has helped us keep the meetings going, which is good. And we'd like to have more people from Wendover in on the meetings with us.
Yeah, I'm trying to, well, my cousin James, I can't think of his call sign right now. I tried to get him in on it this evening, and he was about ready to eat dinner, and his father passed away a couple weeks ago, so his mom's coming up tomorrow, and a lot of stuff going on there. But yeah, I'd really like to get something active out here. You know what I mean, as far as that goes. So,
well, you can always participate in our Thursday night net. We do have a repeater out there by Wendover, so more than happy to have you check in with us.
Yeah, I'm hoping if it ever cools down, I'm going to take a ride on my four-wheeler because I know how to get up there to Wendover Peak, and it'd be nice to, you know, get some pictures up there, what the repeater looks like and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
From up there, and I'll send them to you and get them to the club if you wanted to post them or something.
Okay, great.
Robert, were we planning on doing the Christmas, the election and everything on a Saturday so that the people from Wendover was able to come in?
That can be, yeah, I'd like to do that so we can make sure we have the availability for them to come here. I mean, I think it'd be good. We may want to, they may be looking to have a place to stay for the night because once they get done, I don't think they want to drive all the way back to Wendover again.
Or we do it a little earlier.
Or we can do it a little earlier because it's on a Saturday. You know, some things we'll discuss that in a board meeting, okay?
Okay.
Put that on an agenda for that. Next thing we have is the ARRL SET coming up in early October. That's simulated emergency test. Roland, would you like to cover some of that?
Yeah. So this is an annual event. We haven't had a drill yet this year. So let me get to where somebody can see me.
Well, you're moving kind of away from your camera there.
The camera's backwards.
Yeah, the camera's over here. There you go. Now we can see it.
So anyway, we need to do some type of an emergency test, a drill. I'm thinking October 3rd, which is a Saturday. And so I'm taking suggestions on what we might want to do for that drill. Well,
all home-based, huh?
we've all been quarantined, right, for quite a while. Some of the options, some of the options include is, obviously just checking in from home on some type of a thing, for some type of a scenario. Another one would be to have, if you have the capability, go deploy someplace and check in.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking of anything that's going to be huge or long. Something that's like an hour or so in length. But if you've got ideas about what we might be able to do, I'd sure like to know.
Could we do something like we did with checking out the radio towers?
Yep, we could do something like that. I could give you assignments to go check something out and then check in.
We can do it as simple or as deep as we want to go.
Yeah.
And then also to the new program, the Omni or whatever, what is it called? Maybe do some training for that again and then incorporate that with it.
Yeah, we could do some Orion training for sure.
Orion, that's it.
Yeah. Okay, any other thoughts? Anybody from in here? An idea of what we might want to do. So if we came up with the, oh, hello there. Aaron, how are you?
Doing pretty good.
Okay. So Aaron is in our class. It's going on right now, working on getting his technician license. Yeah. Okay. So if we were to come up with an idea with a number of assignments to go do something and then
Mert? Hi, Mert.
Sorry, hey, I did have a question about the class when you mentioned it. So, is there a class going on right now? I've got 3 people interested in taking it.
Yeah, well, the class is going on right now, and we've got 4 people in the class. 2 are licensed, 2 are doing a review, and 2 are looking to get their license.
Okay. Can they jump on in the middle of that, or is it too late for them to jump on?
Yeah, we're looking to hold a license exam in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
So if we came
Sorry,
up-
thanks.
If we came up with a set of assignments just to go do something and report in, that would people be agreeable to be doing something like that?
I think that would be great.
Okay, so we'll come up with a list of possible assignments, and we'll be calling for signups for you to sign up to get an assignment. So that and you'll hear more about it on Facebook and on the. Okay, I'm done.
Okay. Any other comments or any questions on the exercise? If not, we'll move into the presentation part. We're going to have Roland's going to do a presentation on software-defined radios remotely.
Okay.
So, Roland, we'll turn it over to you.
All right. Okay, so I think I'm looking at that camera. All right.
Yeah.
Here, mute yours because Dan's talking about it.
Okay, we got some echoes on. So we need to educate you all on push to talk. You know, essentially we want you muted unless you're going to talk. And if you're going to talk, then unmute yourself. The mute button is down in the bottom left of your screen. Okay, and it looks to me like everybody but Squeegee is muted. I'm going to mute you. Okay. All right. So, I want to talk about software-defined radios. How many of you have had anybody had any experience with a software-defined radio yet? Nobody's speaking up. Okay.
What was that question, Roland? You kind of cut out for a sec there. I didn't hear the question.
Question is what experience have anybody of you had? I know, Clint, you have with the software-defined radios. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, I've had some experience with it. Yeah, I love them.
Yeah. Okay. So, essentially, a software-defined radio is a radio that has the components like filters and discriminators and mixers and that sort of thing, all built in software rather than being discrete components made out of resistors and capacitors and coils and that sort of thing. And it uses essentially a computer to do the work. The software-defined radio itself is usually a little add-on box. You can buy them in 2 formats. And let me see if I can make something work here. And we can see some pictures. The EOC has done a major renovation of their equipment in this room. And it's not working as well as Becky told me it was going to work. Okay, so let me get this little guy up here. It's not there. That's cool. It's not there. Okay. So we've got other choices. The one of the software-defined radios in our area is located up in Corinne. The Corinne is just to the west of Brigham City. If you're going out towards the Golden Spike National Historic Monument or to Thiokol, out there, you would drive right past their site. It's a really interesting site. So I'm going to bring this up and we're going to switch to it and we're going to see how it looks. Whenever it comes up. There we go. Share my screen. Come on, share the screen, buddy. That's the one I want. Share.
Oh, there we go. Looks like it's starting.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So this is the Northern Utah SDR landing page. This is a software-defined radio that's been built by a group of folks that belong to the Utah Amateur Radio Club. It is not part of the Utah Amateur Radio Club for some legal reasons. Because of the facility that they're using out in the desert. This was once a federal government monitoring site, and it's been repurposed and given to the to this organization to use. So if we go down here to technical information, blah blah blah. Back over a little bit. And way, way, way down. That's a picture of one of the antennas that's there, one of the antenna complexes. There's about 14 antennas in this complex. You can just barely see them coming off of all the sloper dipoles. It's in a quadratic type of an array. It's a 94-foot tower. Most of the software-defined radios are connected to one of the antennas on that on that array.
That was out there.
Okay. There's also a log periodic antenna out there, and that's the one you can see when you're driving out towards the National Historical Site or Thiokol. It's on the left-hand side of the road, just past Corinne. And you can see this does not have a rotator on it. It's a non-rotatable log periodic beam, but it looks directly at Europe. And so it's got some nice capability there. If we go back to the website itself, there are all of these receivers. There's Webb's SDR1, that covers the 160, 80, 75, 60, and 40 meter amateur bands, also AM, and 60 and 49 meters. There's the green one, that's got 30, 20, 17, 6 meters, etc. There's the blue one, that's got the 2 meter amateur band on it, as well as several others. I'm going to connect to that one. So to connect on it, I just click on the connection, and lots of information down there. And then this is the actual, I'm going to see if I can make that window go. Okay. All right, be quiet.
Oh, I don't know, something, something about how to do all of this. And let's see if I can do this. Okay. All right, so right now all you're hearing is noise, but it's currently tuned to the KSL repeater, 146.62. Casey, would you mind flipping on your radio and putting out your call on the KSL repeater?
Okay, for CIE, can I get a radio check, please?
Okay, so do you see it? And the voice you heard came from here, came from there.
For CIE, M7JEB, returning radio check. Sound good?
Okay. Now, I don't have a lot of volume, unfortunately, but somebody returned that call. Kind of affair.
Okay, and thank you.
And thank you, Casey. We appreciate that.
M7JEB, mobile and monitoring.
Yeah. And now I use this one for several reasons. One of them is I use this one to, I'm going to mute my sound here for a minute. If I don't know if I'm getting out on my radio, it's a nice place to go check and see if it's there. When I was setting up my new K3, my Elecraft K3, it didn't look like it was transmitting. So I came up here and took a look at at my signal, and sure enough, I was getting out. It's just learning how to use the radio, kind of affair. So this one here is a very useful radio. Now, it cannot pick up the Tooele repeater. Antelope Island is in the way, and it can't pick it up. But every one of these, every one of these radios, software-defined radios, is available for us to use. Now, this is not all. There are 170 of these around the world. Go to websdr.org. Wait for it to make its appearance. And there are software-defined radios all over the world. Okay, so if I quickly scroll all the way to the bottom, there's a map. Holy cow. Okay. As I said, there's about 170 of them. So there's one down in South Africa, 138, this guy. We click on him, we go there. This looks like he's got a couple of egg beater antennas that he's using. We'll see what's available. Okay, so this is AMSAT South Africa. Okay. And you notice that almost all of them have the same look and feel, to them. This one this is again the 2-meter band, that we've got available to us. It's the middle of the night over there, so I'm not totally surprised that there's nothing going on. There's something going on over here. Look at that one. It just quit. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like some digital stuff of some sort back and forth. All right. But there are, as I said, there are 170 some of these software-defined radios around the world, and all of them with different kinds of capability associated with them. The here we go. Another interesting one that I have, this one that's showing at the top here. This is a northern Utah one. That's the one we've already visited earlier today, earlier in this presentation. Okay.
Cool. That one's in Europe.
Which one?
One just above that one. Andorra, right there.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's see what's going on over there.
Andorra is one of those little tiny countries in between the big countries.
Yeah, it's when you're taking a train from Paris into Madrid, it goes into Andorra, and you have to change trains in Andorra because the gauge of the railroads in Spain doesn't match the gauge of the railroads in France. Okay. All right. Well, here's their SDR, and it looks like we're on the 40-meter band. So there's something going on right there. Let's see what I got to do to turn on the sound. There's usually something I have to click to turn the sound on, and I'm not finding it. Yeah, let's do this. See if that makes a difference. Notice, by the way, you can also record this stuff, and then you can download that recording when you're finished. Yeah, and I've done that in Corinne, on the Corinne repeater, or on the Corinne machine. I've recorded myself and downloaded it and brought it back down to take a look at. It's kind of cool. There is something going on, but I'm not finding the way to turn the sound on here. There's usually a button, but I'm not seeing it. Well, sorry about that. Mandora would be an interesting one. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go back to the one in Corinne, and we'll wrap up there. And we'll go back to the 2-meter antenna.
I wonder if they can get the one up there in south of Berkeley. 147.00. I should be able to get it to
I bet they can. I bet they can get the one on the road. Okay. I'm going to mute this for right now. There are all kinds of settings that are available to you on this thing. You can switch around on which set of frequencies you want to be on. You can enter the frequency, or you can get to it by going up or down. The single minus will, gives the lowest digit. The triple minuses get the highest set of digits, and so on. You can set on noise reduction. You can do buffering. Set all kinds of things. You can set the bandwidth, whether you want narrow or wide, and that sort of thing. And you can also log in, up here, and I usually do that, so they know who I am, and and that keeps track of your settings. And so when you come back the next time and log in and using with your call sign, it will give you back the settings that you had set the last time you were there. But it's this is a very useful kind of an activity. Now, one of the other fun things about this particular area, it's in a very noise-free environment. It's very, very RF quiet, up there. And And the 31 and 13 meter shortwave broadcast bands at night have all kinds of fun stuff on them. Well, of course, there's lots and lots of religious stations, but have you ever listened to Pravda out of Moscow in England? In English, he's on the 31 meter shortwave broadcast band, and you can find all of those here. So you don't have to have a good radio at home to be able to listen to the to shortwave broadcast. These SDR radios will do it for you. And actually out of Corinne, I get a better reception on Pravda out of Moscow on this one than I do when I tune into an SDR over in England. And you know, for some reason, it's just getting better. It gets into here better than it does over there. Okay, so that's software-defined radios in a nutshell. Anybody have any questions or anything else? Go ahead and bring them up.
Will this be posted on the club website?
This is being recorded. Yes, we will post this.
Okay, super.
Hey, Roland.
Go ahead.
One of the things I really like with the hurricanes over the past couple of weeks, it was really interesting to tune into a couple of the web SDRs on the East Coast and listen to all of their emergency nets.
Oh,
and really, really cool. Another thing I love to do, Pravda. I do listen to that. I like to listen to a lot of the Russian ones because I served my mission in Russia. So I love tuning into those web SDRs and just hearing all the same radio stations that I heard that I heard when I was living there. Really fun.
Okay. Any other comments from anybody?
On these SDRs, you can only listen, you cannot transmit. Is that correct?
That is correct. Okay, now,
Yeah, just hand up too.
Squeegee, let me get you unmuted. Let's see, I think I got to do that over here. There you go.
I think I got it.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just wondering on that periodic or whatever it was. I've never seen this site before.
Periodic antenna?
Yes, the 146.620, is that like a repeater? Is that a simplex in, or what is it?
Yeah, it's a repeater. It's a repeater on Farnsworth Peak.
Over here by Salt Lake.
Yeah, here right at the point of the mountain from us. You know, we're coming from well, it's right where the speed limit changes from 80 to 75 when you're coming in on Interstate 80. It's up on the top of that mountain.
Is there like a tone for it or anything like that?
Yeah, I believe it has a 100 hertz tone. If you go to the Utah VHF Society, utahvhfs.org webpage, that all of the repeaters in Utah are on that webpage.
Okay, yeah, it'd be kind of interesting to see if I might be able to hit into it as far as, you know, with the power I got out here in the beam antenna.
I think I think you could get there. I think you could hit that repeater.
Yeah, there is kind of a space there from what I can remember being in there years ago. You know, between here and there, between the mountains, I might be able to punch into it. So just wanted to see if I could figure that out.
Let me answer Rona's question. All of these are receivers, Rona. There are no transmitters associated with them. However, there are sites. The Utah Amateur Radio Club, UARC, has a remote site set up down towards, it's in Juab County. You have to be a member of UARC, and you have to be a subscriber to their remote transmitter capability, and then you can sign up and you can use their equipment for transmitting and receiving within the limits of your call sign class privileges. So as an amateur extra, I can use that equipment, completely in all of its regard. I don't believe they have any 2-meter capability down there, but they have some really nice HF capability, in that area for remote operating. There are a number of other remote operations where you can buy time and use their equipment. It is a business model for some people. But all of these are all free, and they are they're receive only. Any other comments or questions? All right, back to net. It's yours, Roger.
All right. Well, is there any other comments or anything else that we need to bring up before the club?
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
I had a question here really quick. I wanted to see if it was possible for me to get some of that shield decay removable because I'm working on putting up a node here at my apartment.
Yeah, not a problem. That's what I got it for.
Oh, Mert's trying to show off the stickers.
Mert wants to show something here.
Let's see, what do I got to do to unmute you?
Where you at, Mert? You want to unmute your self there? There you go.
Echo. All right, there's the sticker.
How much are they again?
Hang on a second. We're trying to see who we got that's open that's causing the issue here.
Okay, Mert, I think you'll be okay now.
There's the hat.
Nope.
Okay. What's the price on that hat, Mert?
She can't talk. It's good.
Just a second. Hold up a sign. Here's your sign.
The hats are 17 and the stickers are 3.
Okay. They're pretty nice too.
Okay.
Oops, squeegee.
I'm going to go out and deliver some tomorrow. So if you want one, let me know.
Okay.
How would I get one way out here?
Give me your address, Squeegee.
Post office box 2581, West Wendover, Nevada, 89883. And just let me know where to send the money order back to you or however you do it. It's cool.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
All right. Anything else?
I do have a question for Clint.
Okay.
Yeah, Clint, where is it that you're putting your equipment at for the node? I'm just trying to put that in with my records, and I don't exactly know where it's at.
Okay, the address is 211 South Tooele Boulevard. It's on top. It'll be on top of a high school, Blue Peak High School.
Okay, I just wasn't sure if it was Blue Peak, CLC, TLC, whatever, TC, whatever it is.
I would put down CLC. Just we share the building, but I teach at the CLC. I don't teach Blue Peak, so. But most people know it as Blue Peak, so that's why I said that. But yeah, you could put CLC.
Okay. That's what I just needed to know. Thank you.
Yep.
Any other questions? Go ahead.
I have not checked the last couple of days, but I don't know if everybody has heard the news of what the FCC is trying to do with the reestablishment of fees for amateur radio licensing to the tune of $50 a license. That is a new proposal that the FCC has put out. So far as I know right now, the ARRL or nobody else has taken any position on it. But any license, any renewal, vanity calls, anything other than simple address or name change, they want to start charging $50 a license.
Wow.
Yep. That's they've issued that as a notice of
Proposed rulemaking.
proposed rulemaking. It has not yet been open for comments, though.
Yeah, I'd wonder if they're even going to open up.
Yeah, I think they're kind of running a test hearing across the, to see whether or not anybody, really jumps up. But I'm fully expecting it to go into a notice and go into a comment period.
I sure hope so. Like I say, I haven't seen anything yet, but
Okay.
If you keep us informed, that'd be good, Glenn.
all right.
Keep us updated on it.
I'll see what I can do.
All right, thank you. Anybody else have any comments or questions? Hearing none, we'll take a motion for adjournment.
And also move.
All right, we have a second.
I'll second it.
Okay, we got a second. All in favor?
Yeah.
Aye. Anybody opposed? You can stay as late as you want. Just turn off the lights when you're done. All right, thanks everybody. You have a good night.
See you later.
Thanks for hosting this.